it just keeps moving. And so we just keep sharing.
Thank you. I will purposely make it. I had a teacher in school and he had his pipe and he always had this grin. He'd take his pipe out of his mouth and he'd say, don't worry about it. More right notes than bad notes. And then he put his pipe back in his mouth. It was great.
But we never hear your back.
Good. There's plenty of them here.
Good morning. My name is Teague Cotton, and our service leader today is Lori Whittemore. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Saco in Biddeford. This service is being live streamed and recorded. For those joining us on YouTube, we encourage you to have a candle or chalice to light when we light ours here in a few moments. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, we are glad you are here with us today. The theme for the month of January is resistance. We invite you to contemplate this theme with us today and carry it into your daily life when you leave here. Let us welcome the youngest members here today, even if we can't see them. May we recognize their noises and rustlings as our next generation participates in worship with us. We commit to be co-stewards of this unceded ancestral land of the Wabanaki Confederation and to work toward a world that is just and thriving for the whole of the web of life. We invite you to take home the order of service for information and announcements, or you may leave it for recycling as you exit the sanctuary. Please silence your cell phones. Next Sunday, I do have a couple of announcements. Next Sunday at 5 p.m., we are going to be making kits for the unhoused, and we are in need of socks, gloves, and soft snacks. Again, that's next Sunday at 5 p.m. And there will be a coffee hour in the parish hall after the service. Please join us for conversation and refreshments. Oh, please come on up.
Thank you, Teague. Hi, everybody. My name is Ann Wilkinson, and I am the coffee hour coordinator. And I would like to invite you today, if you are able to host or co-host coffee hour, to sign up on the sheet that is right in the hallway outside the restrooms, opposite the restrooms. This will be a tremendous help to me, and as of now, there is nobody else signed up. Nobody signed up for next week for coffee hour, and we have somebody signed up for the 18th, but very little after that, next to nothing. So it could just be a coffee hour. I would also like to say, it could just be a coffee hour if nobody signs up to help make it a little bit nicer. We have a lot of items that are available for you to use, and coffee hour can be as simple or as complicated as you wish. If you are a single person, just put your name there and I will contact you and I will put you with another person. If you've never hosted coffee hour, I will connect you with someone who has hosted previously so that you don't have to feel like you're trying to do something you've never done before. We are going to, with support of the board, try to make it even easier in the future by having more items available for you so that nobody has to share the entire cost of hosting coffee hour, which can be a lot for people. So please get in touch with me and I will make it as easy as possible, and it's really kind of a fun thing to do. Again, my name is Ann Wilkinson, and you can find me in the directory and email me or call me at any time. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Anne, and thank you for anyone who steps up and talks to any of us about that. It's something that's really important for all of us. Congregants are invited to light a candle of remembrance at this time. Sorry, didn't need to say that. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit lost. Okay, great.
Join me in the words for lighting our chalice. This is our sacred promise to gather together in peace, to seek truth in love, to serve human need, so that all shall grow in harmony with the divine. In every age, there comes a moment when ordinary people must choose to stand firm, to rise up, to brace themselves for what is hard and yet what is holy. Ancient storytellers called it girding your loins, which simply meant prepare yourself, ready your body, steady your spirit for the work ahead. Today we gather to remember that our resistance is not an accident, it is a practice. Our courage is not a gift, it is a discipline. And our hope is not naive, it is a strategy. So come, let us ready ourselves for the work of love. This sanctuary is made holy by your presence. Welcome. Now please stand as you're willing and able and join me in singing hymn number 170, We Are a Gentle, Angry People. Now's the time in the service where we turn and greet our neighbors.
I'm not gonna shake your hand. I don't think I'm gonna take a second seat. Oh, we have to say so. So, okay, so, thank you so much. It is, it just seems to me that and you know, the game when it shows printed, it's like head, nose, throat, and chest. And it just goes, and that's our teams.
Now is the time in our service when we invite you to come up and share joys and concerns. This is not a time for political statements. And welcome.
My name is Randa. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm lighting a candle. I'm inspired by the music so far today. It helps me so much to understand resistance and that the connection to the people who wrote and sung those songs through the years in our country of very hard times reminds me that we can overcome, we can do this, and our resistance can be joy, and our resistance can be song, but our resistance need to be seeking the truth and action, and may we all be inspired to act in our way.
I'm Catherine Garrity, and I just wanted to say that 2025 was hard for a lot of people, but I feel like 2026, we're going to have a much better year, and I think we'll all do it together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Myra Robinson. I'm asking for prayers for my mother-in-law, Charlie's mom, who's going to be 88 next month and has dementia, which is getting worse by the day. And on top of her cancer treatment, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm lighting this. Oh, you can't hear me? Why? It's so close to my mouth. I'm Anna. This candle is for my friend and her son. They were both born with club feet, and they're both doing so well now. And even just from the time that she and I were born in '91 to now, him being 1 year old, the difference in the treatment for him is so great, and it's so exciting to see him walk around because not every kid who has this condition has had this treatment, so it's so awesome. And my friend, sorry, I'm just nervous. I've never been up here before. My friend, she put out some moon water as a good omen for the new year last night, and it broke the jar, so she's like nervous now. So I'm lighting this candle for good vibes for her year.
My name is Aaron Brady. There's at least one person in this room that thinks my name is Brady. There's at least one person in this room that cringes at the fact that another person in this room thinks my name is Brady. I think that identity is like a huge issue, and that has nothing to do with why I came up here. So no idea why I started out with that, other than the fact that I'm introducing myself. And my name tag says Aaron Brady. So you can call me by either of these things, but one of the most important people of my life probably call me Aaron around her. Hey. Notes if you're going to come up in front of church. once you get up here, don't say fuck. I am really joyous that in my life I have people that love me in ways that I don't understand. And it's really cool. And I've had a very turbulent, like, interesting, if nothing else, life. But like, never been a life that like I want to like create a sob story about, but like a life that, you know, like I want to celebrate and, you know, with the people around me. And I love the fact that I get to celebrate it with people that I get to meet and live life with. And I think that that's where I'm at today. And I am really trying to live each day in recognizing where I'm at and recognizing like my higher power, my God, and like how they interact in my life and the people in my life and how I can interact with them and the community that they bring. And I think that that's where it like all like ties together. And it's a kind of a scary thing for me because sometimes it requires letting go of relationships. Sometimes it's fostering new ones. Like last week, we did the Janus box. That was intense. We got craisins. That's good. But it's an experience, and I'm very joyous about the fact that I have been able to come to a place in my life where I'm able to accept that. It's taken me a minute to get here, and it is really uncomfortable, and kind of wishing I could disappear right now. But I can't. The snapping my fingers didn't work. So I'm gonna have to sit through the rest of the service. It'd be really great if you could just like wrap this up and give us a hug and we can get out of here. ring the crystal bowl. Matt, do something. That's not what I wanted you to do.
I am going to light one more candle for all of the joys and concerns that remain unspoken.
Let's just be in a quick spirit of reflection together. Source of all creation, we are so grateful to be here together today, to hold each other's joys and hold each other in sorrow. Community is the source of our joy. For all of the new folks, for all of our long-timers, we are grateful for the wisdom and the support and all that that brings. Let's take a deep breath together. So be it.
A modern parable of readiness. There once was a traveler who set out with nothing but a thin cloak and a determined heart. Whenever the winds changed, she gathered the cloak around her. When storms approached, she cinched the cloth tight at her waist so her hands were free, free to build, free to shield, free to lift others up. When asked why she always prepared herself so deliberately, she said, "The world is full of work that requires both strength and tenderness. I gird myself not for battle, but for love." May we too prepare our spirits so that our hands are free for justice.
Stand as you're able and join me in singing hymn number 1. I appreciate the invitation to keep it short. I'll do my best. Girding our loins for resistance, that's an old phrase in our religious and cultural inheritance. Gird your loins. It sounds strange to modern ears, maybe almost humorous. Maybe it shouldn't come to church. I don't know, but it comes from a deeply practical place. In ancient times, long robes were gathered up and tied around the waist before running, working, entering a battle. That's where it comes from. To gird one's loins was to prepare the body for action. It meant pay attention to what comes next, because it's going to require your full self. Gird your loins. Today we don't prepare for battle with swords and shields, just like that parable talks about. At this time, we gird our loins with courage, with joy, with steadiness, resolve, with love. A time that requires us to prepare not for violence, but for resistance. And first and foremost, resistance to despair. And there's a lot to despair about, I think, but we join together here to resist that. In our Unitarian Universalist tradition, resistance is not about domination or hatred, it's about fidelity. Fidelity to love, fidelity to justice, and to the inherent worth and dignity of every person, even the ones we disagree with, even the ones we hate. And Reverend Nikki's not here today, but she made a pledge in 2025, I'm throwing her under the bus, maybe not, to not hate the leaders. And I know that's a hard one, but when we do despair, when we do hate, they win. They suck us into the turbulence that exists. And so we, in our resistance, must commit. We must pledge to love. So, what does it mean for us to gird our loins for resistance? I'll quickly tell you, and then I'm going to invite Vassie, who has girded her loins for years and is going to share with you. So resistance is not a burst of outrage, although we may have those from time to time. It is a long practice. If we do not tend our spirits, if we do not tend our community, we burn out, we turn brittle. So girding our loins means grounding ourselves in values and principles that brought us here in the first place. Compassion, interdependence, the sacredness of life. It means cultivating practices that strengthen us. Silence, prayer, meditation, music, singing, all of that becomes resistance. All of that builds our muscles to keep joy flowing. With them, resistance becomes purposeful and sustaining. To gird our loins is to say, I will not be easily knocked off center. I will return again and again to what matters most. So that's one. I always do it in lists. 2, girding our loins means telling the truth clearly in love. Resistance begins when we refuse to normalize cruelty and lies. When we refuse to normalize excluding others. Resistance begins by saying, this is not acceptable. This is not aligned with our principles. I will not be quiet. Truth-telling doesn't always look dramatic, though. Often it looks like a conversation that we'd rather just avoid saying something or avoiding something. A boundary spoken out loud is resistance, saying no, a refusal to laugh along with something that's really hurtful, a willingness to say, I see harm in this conversation, even when it costs us comfort or approval, even if it feels bad. For people of faith, truth-telling is not about moral superiority, ever. It's about moral clarity. It's about aligning our words with our commitments, especially when silence would be simpler and more comfortable. 3rd, girding our loins for resistance means showing up together. Nobody resists alone for very long. Isolation is one of the oldest tools of oppression, so keep showing up. And if it's not here in the sanctuary, let it be at coffee house, let it be at kit making, let it be at something else, but being isolated is the biggest tool of oppression. Don't let yourself fall prey to that. So to gird our loins is to tighten the bonds between us, to nurture the bonds between us, to call each other when someone doesn't show up at church. It means practicing solidarity, not just when it's visible or celebrated, but when it is quiet and inconvenient and unseen. Resistance looks like accompaniment. It looks like mutual aid. It looks like learning names, making meals, watching children, bailing people out, showing up to meetings, standing between harm and the vulnerable, again and again and again. In a world that encourages individual heroics, that talks about the rugged individual, our faith insists on collective living. Fourth, girding our loins means choosing nonviolence, not as passivity, but as power. Nonviolence resistance is not weak, it is disciplined, it requires restraint at times. We must refuse to participate in dehumanization of anyone, even when we are angry or afraid. That goes to the first thing I was saying. To remember that our goal is not to defeat enemies, but to transform systems and protect lives. This kind of resistance demands preparation. It asks us to rehearse courage before the moment arrives, to decide in advance who will we be, and how will we act, because it matters as much as how we do things as what we do. And finally, girding our loins for resistance means staying awake to hope and to joy. Hope is not naivety. Hope is a discipline, as we were said. It is a stubborn belief that everything we do matters. Even when the outcomes are uncertain, even when we think the outcomes won't even be good. What we do matters. It is a refusal to surrender our future to despair. So when we gird our loins, we are saying, I expect difficulty, but I will not give up. Love is still worth practicing. Justice is still worth pursuing. Mercy is available to everybody. And community is always worth building. Friends, a call to resistance is not a call to fear. It is a call to readiness, to integrity, to love, to courage. And so it is with Seeds of Hope, who we have chosen to share our plate with. A huge reason we chose to share this plate with them this month is because they are resisting. They have been for years. The loving work they do to support the community is, in fact, resistance to neglect, to despair, to exclusion, to ignorance. Resistance that doesn't turn a blind eye, but opens a door and pours a cup. These past few years, we as a community have been taking our own spiritual pilgrimage. We've been taking inventory of what we have and who we are. We've been growing, which is fabulous. And we've been thinking about our community, but also the community at large. We've been growing programs and practices and events that nurture our spirits, which is part of girding our loins. And as we have identified and discussed, we have been and are preparing ourselves to step out more prominently in our community to support the work of agencies. We always have by sharing our plate. And now, given the world, we're going to be doing it more and more, practically. Part of our discernment is reflection on what we can realistically take on ourselves and what we cannot take on and continue to support through our money. So working to support organizations like Seeds of Hope, serving needs is something we've always done and we can continue to do. And we want to dive in more tangibly, but Seeds has been doing this a long time. So assessing their needs, assessing what they see, rising to help them meet the needs, is a way of cultivating resistance. And I'm going to let Vassie share with you about what they are doing and what they have done and what it looks like. And she said, do you really want me to tell you? People don't want to hear it. So girding our loins means prepare yourself. This isn't all joy. We do have joy here. We will work towards joy. But hearing what's going on is an important part of girding our loins. And Vassie's wonderful. I'm so glad she's joined us this morning, and I'm excited to invite her up and tell us more about Seeds of Peace. I mean, hope. Both are super important, by the way.
My goodness. First, I'll apologize for my voice. I've had the Black Plague since, I don't know, December 1st. I can't be contagious anymore. It's just gone on too long. So my name is Vassie Fowler, and I'm the Executive Director of Seeds of Hope Neighborhood Center, and I'm going into my 5th year. When I first started, we served 45 people a day, with about 25% of them experiencing homelessness. Currently, we serve over 100 people a day, with 60 of them staying with us overnight, but 97% of them are experiencing homelessness. So on any given day, I can go into our community room and I can pick out the handful of people who have a safe place to go at night. We are the only warming center in York County, the only one. And our capacity is typically 50. I recently raised it to 60 to meet the need. It's still not enough. One of the things, it feels probably planned, that we talked about girding our loins today, because that's what we do every day. That we meet the people we serve where they're at. We have zero expectations. We don't view them as less than. The only difference that separates us is circumstance, not character. So we treat everybody with dignity and respect. We recognize the isolation that they feel every moment of every day, and we give them a sense of community, a sense of belonging. We also provide meals, clothing, showers. We're the only place in York County where you can get a free shower. We provide companionship, fellowship. Over the last 13 months, we've collaboratively helped 80 people find permanent housing. So what started as a soup kitchen or a community center has really and truly morphed into a homeless services hub. And our people have no safety net except for us. And we have no safety net whatsoever. But what we have is each other. What we have is a very strong faith-based partnership in the community. We have businesses that support us. And we are incredibly fortunate that we have been able to meet the growing needs of our community. Some days are daunting. Some days you just don't know how you're going to do what you need to do to get through the day, but we do it. And we are fortunate that we are able to do that. One of the ways we do that is through volunteerism. I want you all to know, if you have a spare few hours, almost at any time of the day or week or weekend, we could use you. Don't think that you might be too old. No one is too old. Our best volunteer is about 87 years old, and she runs circles around us, somewhat younger ones. So we are always looking for volunteers. We serve about 800 cups of coffee a day. We give out about 100 pairs of socks a day. Not a day, a week, sorry. And we're always looking for the hand warmers, the hooded sweatshirts. We only accept new or in really good quality condition, because our people are not less than. And so we try to show them that they are the same as all of us. I probably have more to say. I could probably talk for 3 or 4 days, but I will limit it to just a few minutes. But if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Okay, perfect. We can do that at coffee hour. Anything else you want me to?
No, I think that piece really did.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me. I promise I won't cough on the mic or anything, so I appreciate being here. Thank you.
Now is the time in the service where we, oh my goodness, what do we do here? We collect the offering that goes to serve the work of this church and this community, as well as sharing the plate with an organization doing good work in the community. As you just heard, we're sharing it with Seeds of Hope. This morning's offering will now be received. For extinguishing our chalice. As we release this flame from its faithful service today, we allow the spark in each of us to burn on, to warm our compassion, to fire our delight, to light our paths today, tomorrow, and always. And join me in singing hymn 112, Do You Hear? seated. May we gather up what we otherwise trip us, our doubts, our fatigue, our fear, and bind them together with purpose. May we prepare our bodies, our spirits, and our communities for the work ahead. And may we gird our loins, again, not for battle, but for faithfulness to one another, to the earth, and to the promise of a more loving world. As we leave this place, may our hearts be steady and our spirits prepared. May we walk in courage, grounded in love, ready for the work that's calling us. Go in peace, go in strength, and always go in love.
So we have the battle hymn of the Republic. So we're going to go to battle. I played it a few times, so we're going to try this. And I'll do like one bar, and you can get the timing, and then you can go sing along. I'm going to slow it down because it's not fast enough. Bear with me.
So our service has now concluded. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We are going to have coffee hour after service. Please join us and meet Vassie and her husband and ask questions. They're going to be critical for us thinking about next steps for ourselves. And go in peace.